Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to 90 Day Fiancé latest news. Through the lace curtains, the golden tones of the setting light created complex designs on the floor of the living room. Sitting on the couch, Tigerlily Taylor, her legs curled under her, and a lovely throw blanket covering her lap. She held a book she had been studying the last few months, the Quran. Her fingertips felt the weight of the moment as she touched the engraved gold words on the cover. She had not taken a flimsy decision about this. It had been a path of quiet introspection, intense inquiry, and many evenings of meditation. Now, though, she felt ready, sitting in the warm glow of the dusk light, eager to relate the metamorphosis she had experienced, about ready to welcome the new phase of her life. She was facing a camera whose red blinking signal suggested it was filming. She inhaled deeply, running her palms over the fabric of her dress, then gazed up at the lens. This was her moment, but she knew millions of people would be viewing. "Today, I want to share with all of you something very personal and unique," she said, her voice steady but tinged with feeling. "This path has been one of love, learning, and self-discovery. After considerable thought, education, and knowledge, I have formally adopted Islam." Though they seemed strange as she spoke, the words also felt natural, as though they had been waiting all this time to be spoken. She considered the beginning of this road. How different she had been before. She had not given faith any thought before she met Adnan Abdel Fattah. Though religion had never taken front stage in her life, she had been spiritual in her own sense, believing in kindness, love, and a larger force in the cosmos. Then came Adnan. Millions of spectators had watched their love story develop under close observation, their connection examined, challenged, and argued about. But away from the cameras, away from the manufactured reality TV events, theirs had been a love based on understanding. Adnan never pushed her towards his faith. He never pressed for anything or insisted. Rather, he was just that. Not only in the way he prayed, but also in the way he treated people, in the kindness in his voice, in the patience he shown even in the most trying circumstances. His faith permeated the very fabric of his life. Tigerlily had found attraction in that. She was originally only naturally intrigued. She asked him little, basic questions about why he fasted during Ramadan, about why he prayed 5 times a day, about what particular Arabic words meant when she heard him talking with his family. But eventually interest developed into something more. She recalled her first trip into a mosque. She had been tense, not sure whether she belonged at all. But she felt an odd peace come over her as soon as she entered. She could not quite articulate the silence, the peace that pervaded everything. She had merely been sitting there, listening to the Quran's rhythmic recital from a far-off speaker, and felt something deep inside change. She started looking for more knowledge right then. She studied books, attended lectures, interacted with academics. Her heart also opened to something fresh gradually, day by day. Here she was now, speaking it aloud. She looked to her right, Adnan seated next her with black eyes shining with feeling. He knew this was coming, yet hearing it aloud still seemed to move him in a way neither of us had anticipated. "Alhamdulillah," he said, his voice rich with feeling. "Tigerlily, you really deserve pride. Islam is about love, peace, and knowledge. I know you have really accepted it. I will be right here with you as we begin a new road." Her throat grew lumpy at his words. She extended her hand and laced her fingers through his. "I know," she said in a whisper. "And for me, that means everything." They just sat there for a while, processing the enormity of what had just been said. Adnan then softly smiled and reached behind him to retrieve a little, well-wrapped box. Holding it out to her, he continued, "I wanted to give you something." She arched an eyebrow in light-hearted manner. "A gift? On what occasion is this happening?" Laughing, he went, "Do I need an occasion to celebrate something this unique?" She gently undid the golden ribbon and peeled back the tissue to expose a delicate silk headscarf stitched in complex floral motifs. The design was magnificent and the fabric shimmered beneath the light. Tigerlily gasped slightly and ran her fingertips across the silky substance. She mumbled, "It's beautiful." Adnan gracefully, "I felt you would enjoy it. Of course, no pressure. Wear it whenever you feel suited, either not at all or very little. This is your road. I will be here to help you wherever." Emotion drove her throat to constrict. He was always quite precise in his speech. Her phone in hand, she sat by herself in their bedroom later that evening. Her choice felt heavier now, not in a burdensy sense, but more in the manner that very important events typically did. She launched Instagram, her fingers hovering over the keyboard as she painstakingly created her post. Today starts a fresh road trip. I have embraced Islam loving, respecting, and with a heart full of faith. I appreciate Adnan's unwavering support. And to my supporters, family, and friends, thank you for your love. #new beginnings, #Islam number 90-day fiancé. She stopped for just a second before typing post. The alarms started almost immediately. Her feed was loaded with messages of love, support, and inquiry. To celebrate, they threw a little get-together that evening, including close friends and family. Laughter and warmth permeated the house, the aroma of home-cooked food floating about. Tigerlily was given thoughtful presents, including handwritten letters full of words of support, lovely prayer rugs, books on Islam. Her hands shook somewhat when she opened one of the letters. Inside were basic but strong words. May your heart always find peace in faith. She dropped a tear down her cheek. She said, "This means so much to me. I feel just where I'm supposed to be." Once more Adnan stretched for her hand and lovingly squeezed it. Though they had always knew their love was strong, now it felt much more profound, anchored in common faith and understanding. The couple left hand in hand under a star-filled sky as the evening drew to an end. The surroundings were still serene. Tigerlily inhaled deeply, then turned her head back to stare at the unending heavens. She was absolutely at peace for the first time in a very long period. She considered, love and faith will always be our guide, no matter where life takes us. Her heart full and her soul at peace, she then entered her new life. This gossip is over. If you liked the video, then give your opinion in the comment box and stay with us by subscribing the channel. Thank you.